All right, so we've got a little bit of change of plans. And by change of plans, I mean this video. This video was supposed to be building a studio in San Clemente in case of emergency. That's kind of getting a little bit pushed off. So this week, with all the craziness that's gone on, this week, you know what I realized? It's Easter week. I can't believe I forgot that. This is kind of one of our biggest broadcasts of the year. Yeah. But since we're all supposed to be staying at home, there's not going to be an audience for the Easter service. So that means that the Easter service is going to be different. It's going to be, how shall I say this? It's going to be very small, very pared down. And there's three options. So option number one, boom, right here on the roof. Right here on the roof of our 6-story building, smack dab in the middle of Costa Mesa, Santa Ana area, overlooking the mountains to the east, beautiful mountains, the ocean to the west, the hills to the south, Los Angeles to the north. I mean, we're the tallest thing around here for a while. And the train. So that's option number one. Option number two would be down in our studio. We would kind of reorganize our lights and our camera stuff to be able to get some shots looking at the sunrise as it comes over the mountains from inside the studio. That's the option I prefer because that makes it a lot easier, a lot cleaner for the audio. Option number three is going to be over at the church. They were talking about doing it outside of the church building. There's an overhang area and doing it there. So I don't know. We'll see. But just in case we go with option number one, it's kind of pushed forward my timetable a little bit with building what I wanted to do up here on the roof. Now, up here on the roof, I wanted to put together, put a little network switch up here, extend my network up here because I have my big microwave dish over here and I have a two-way radio repeater up here. But also I would like to put my RPU receiver up here. And an RPU receiver is basically like a two-way radio, but it's the channel width is a little bit wider, so you get a little bit better quality than a regular walkie-talkie sound. And broadcast has been using that for 30, 40, 50 years. So it's an old technology, but it is a reliable technology. So I wanted to put that up here, so that way I've got a good, elevated position, which would allow us to be able to use that RPU link farther out than just, sticking the antenna in the window of my old office. So I'm up here looking to see where my space is. There's an open frame rack that I would really like to use and make sure that the screws that I have can fit in there so I can start mounting some equipment in there and get it off the shelf where it is. The modem for the big microwave link is actually sitting on the shelf, so I'd like to get that onto a rack so it's a little bit nicer setup. So that's this week's adventure, if you will, is setting up, designing, setting up, putting together, and executing the plan for Easter and the Easter broadcasts. So it's going to be really exciting to see how we put this together. I've been working really closely with the church and their production folks. So, yeah, this is going to be exciting. This is going to be good. It's just going to be different than anything we've ever done, anything we really are used to doing. So, always up for new challenges, always up for new cool things to try and to do. So, all right. Guess I should get to work. Ugh. There's a few concerns that we have about doing stuff on the roof. Specifically, those are radiation safety concerns. You've got something like our microwave dish in the background, that's right here. if you're standing in front of that, you're going to get exposed to higher than normal radiation, radio frequency radiation. This is not ionizing radiation. This is not like getting an X-ray. It's like your microwave warms you up by vibrating your molecules. So we don't want to stand in front of that. That's an RF safety issue. Same with that dish way over there in that corner. That's at a lower frequency, but that also has RF coming off of it going up the mountain. So you want to stay away from those sources of radiation. But all of these other little guys here too as well are sources of radiation, and you really want to stay away from them. So that way you don't have any heating effects, because things like eyeballs, your brain, different organs all resonate at different frequencies. And so if you are getting heated by RF, it's not a good thing. So, yeah. Oh, and there's cell sites on here as well. There's one straight below me, and there's one over on that corner as well. So, yeah. So, yesterday was sunny, and there was just a little bit of clouds, and blue sky, and today, lots of rain. In fact, so much rain, they're saying 2 to 4 inches here. That's an enormous amount of rain. So I don't know. Haven't heard back to see what our plans are for sunrise service yet. Good Friday service, which is tomorrow, is fine. That's going to be inside. That's going to be normal in the sanctuary, like a regular church service. That's fine. We do that all the time. No big deal. But Good Friday, or sunrise service, that's interesting. So they were saying they wanted to do it on the roof, and the plan B was here at the station. So I haven't heard anything yet. I'd like to know sooner than later, because then I can start making plans on inputs and moving things around, and yeah. But it's raining outside, and it's snowing up at my site, up at Santiago Peak, and at my undisclosed site, and at our site outside of Barstow. So, lots of snow. Although it's supposed to get warmish next week. So I guess that's all going to turn to mud. It's going to turn into landslides and rock slides and access issues and road challenges and fun stuff like that. Oh well. Good thing I'm in my office. That's a cold-looking transmitter site with snow. Looks fun, though. Just got this information from a back channel that we're off the hook for Easter. So they're not going to be using our studio. We're not going to be doing it up on the roof. They're going to be doing it over at the church under the eaves. So I guess I can stand down for Easter. That's going to make things a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about getting certain things set up. And yeah, all right. Well then, back to working on my San Clemente studio. The extent of my work as far as Good Friday goes this year is I pay attention to our encoder, and then I bring up our YouTube live streaming page, and I hit start, and then when it's over, I hit stop, and that's it. So let's get things set up. We're about 50 minutes before showtime, about 20 minutes before the encoder starts pushing data up to YouTube. And there it is. It's sitting there, waiting for data. And I'm watching it over here on the computer, because this computer I put on the church's network. So the church's network is where the encoder lives, over at the church TV room. So watching that here to make sure that that starts on time. It's got its own schedule. It's going to start 30 minutes before the event starts. That gives me plenty of time to get the data stabilized, streaming, and then right before showtime, I hit go live here and bam, away we go. The encoder started on its own. I'm over here watching the live streaming page, and it's going. So now I just need to wait for a little bit till about 11:55-ish, and then I'll start up the feed, the live feed on YouTube. I've got 7 people waiting, watching for it. So yeah, cool. This is a lot easier of a setup this year for Easter and Good Friday. See, I might get spoiled. Might not be this easy next year. Started the stream. Everything is good so far. It's running. We're streaming. We've got viewers, so that's always a plus. And now it's just a matter of monitoring the encoder, monitoring the YouTube stream. And that's about it. And then supporting whatever else is going on here this afternoon with our live call-in show. So we apparently will have a person calling in or Skyping in or Opaling in. And yeah, we'll go from there. And that's it. It's over. The service was done. I just stopped the feed and that's it. You know, it's kind of good that we did it this way online, because if we did it out on the field, like a traditional service that we would have done, it's raining, and it poured here just a few moments ago. So that would have been very awkward. Anyways, that's it. That's Good Friday, and that's basically what I'll be doing for Easter sunrise too. Except for Easter sunrise, I'll be at home, just clicking the button at home. All right, well, this video is kind of a bust. I was hoping to have all these different, you know, bringing you along with building a studio and putting something together, and that didn't happen, so. All right, but San Clemente Studio, I can't promise. I will do my best to do the San Clemente Studio very, very soon, probably this coming week, because it doesn't take much. So, anyways, have a great Easter weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next video.